it's Brooklyn. I'm switching things up on you guys a little bit today, and as you can tell, we have a brand new face. This is my brother Bronson / camera guy, manager, that you guys have heard me talk about. So we're going to do a video type podcast today, and we're really excited because we have been wanting to do this for a while, and we've been combining both of our interests, and yeah. So this is my brother Bronson.
Yeah, I feel maybe a little bit uncomfortable being on the screen. I like it behind the camera a little bit more. But we thought it would be a good opportunity. We're a couple months in, well, at least a couple months of actually posting videos on the channel.
Yeah.
So we thought it might be fun to do it behind the scenes, maybe make this more of a regular thing, and then also maybe toward the end talk a little bit about some stuff that we're interested in and some fun things.
I've been wanting to do this with him for a while. He has not wanted to be behind the camera though. But here we are. First time doing this.
Yeah. So we're doing this kind of casual, more like a podcast style, but video podcast. So I've got notes here.
I have my phone out.
Her notes on her phone. And so I guess I kind of mentioned when we started out that we've been working on this for a while past even the couple months. So I think we've got, about 10 videos in right now?
Probably.
So, and that's over maybe a little bit over one and a half months, 2 months about. But people might not know that it actually took a lot of work for us to get to this point. We did a lot of background work. I think we started this back in March.
When everything was kind of closed.
Yeah, so if you're watching this later, we're doing this in January of 2021. Thank goodness 2020 is over. So we're getting close, approaching a year now, about 10 months. And I guess that means it took us about 8 months to really get down to what we wanted to do, how we wanted to do it. What kind of experience was that for you?
I would say just now I am feeling more comfortable. Before, oh my gosh, I can tell you that our bond has definitely grown closer because you don't think so?
Yeah.
Because he's been laughing his head off at me, making a fool of myself, but I definitely feel more comfortable talking.
Yeah, I think in the beginning it was a weird experience for you to act like you're talking to a bunch of people, which we are, but also we're not. Like, it's just you and I here in this room talking to this camera, and that can be a little bit weird to act excited when you've got this grumpy guy just looking at you being like, no, that's not going to work out.
Yeah, so that definitely was a learning curve, because I would say I'm pretty outgoing and can talk just fine. I'm in with patients like all day long, so I can do like that whole thing, but it was just now I feel more comfortable.
Right. I mean, the only feedback you get is from me, and mostly I'm watching the camera, and so I'm not 100% paying attention. Plus, I already know all of your jokes beforehand, so I don't really laugh at them, and you don't want to hear me. So, and for me, it was a little bit different. I mean, I've done some video editing before. I've done some camera work, but maybe not a whole lot. So I spent a lot of time researching what kind of camera I wanted to get, what kind of microphone, what might look good, how to do lighting. I feel like we're getting better at presenting lighting in a better way. The audio, I mean, we probably did, what do you think, 4, 5, 6 videos that
will never be seen anywhere.
Yeah, nobody wants to see those. And yeah, sometimes our audio is horrible. The editing wasn't great. I think we've even seen in those videos that we have posted, some of those you're a lot more stoic. Your sentences are a lot more fragmented and cut up, and you've learned that. So there were a lot of learning curves here, even though, I think we started off in an okay place.
Yeah. But it has been like super fun to learn how to do all of it. And I still wouldn't say I'm the most excellent YouTuber ever, or not even close. So I still have lots to learn, but I would say.
Yeah.
We both have definitely progressed.
I think even just the last couple videos, we did that HomePod video and the Ahsoka Tano lightsaber videos. And those ones felt like, to me, we were starting to get to the point that I thought we would start out at as far as quality.
Yeah.
And so, I'm not really like saying that this is exactly where I want to be and it's not going to get any better. I think the point is to continually get better, but I'm feeling in a comfortable space where I kind of know what's going on. I know how long it takes to film a video now and edit and things like that. So.
And after recording those two that you just mentioned, I was like so much happier after recording those and really excited to post those and show you guys, because I'm like, okay, yeah, that's kind of the Phil I wanted more than the other ones. So I'm really excited to see what's in store.
Yeah. So I don't know where exactly we're going to take this kind of video podcast thing. If we move it to an audio only podcast, if we keep it video all the time, if we do this once a month, once a week, how it ends up. But I think it would be, right here is a good start to kind of talk a little bit of behind the scenes, but also, like I mentioned in the beginning, we had an idea, really an interest that we wanted to talk about NFL WildCard Sundays coming up. A lot of our videos are technology focused or really nerdy gaming stuff or Star Wars stuff, and we haven't had a place to fit football in, and football is a big passion of mine for sure. You've got your NFL shirt on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely a huge part of both of our lives. Not just NFL, football in general. So, yeah.
Is this a Steelers hat you're wearing?
And I'm wearing a Steelers hat.
Yeah, I thought so. So that's a sneak peek of things to come.
But yeah, so yeah. Do you want to get into that?
Yeah, I think so.
I thought it would be fun to kind of just talk about who's playing. Say, I actually don't even know who he wants to win or his...
What, are we talking about who we want to win?
Okay, yeah.
Or who's going to win? Because those are two different
maybe
things.
both, kind of. But yeah, I don't even know his opinion on this. We haven't talked about it at all. So I guess it's super exciting. This weekend, Saturday and Sunday, there's games for the wild card games. Do you want me to announce who's playing? Because
yeah, you want to just go game by game?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first game is Colts versus Bills.
I'm not super thrilled about this game. These are not some of my favorites.
Yeah.
I know you probably weren't even born yet when the Bills were losing all of their Super Bowls. It's this weird thing.
No.
So I remember when I was little, the Bills, I think it was 4 Super Bowls in a row they got to, and they lost all 4, I think. My memory might be a little spotty, but they got to a bunch of Super Bowls, and they lost all the Super Bowls. And I have this weird thing that I associate with that the Bills are losers, which is kind of bad because you get to the Super Bowl, you have to be very good to get to the Super Bowl, right? And so to associate that with losing and being a losing team is strange, but they couldn't beat the Dallas Cowboys. I think they lost 3 to the Cowboys. Anyway, so I've carried that on with me my whole life in that I always viewed the Bills as a loser football team.
I think that's all I know of the Bills as, is they're not good.
Yeah.
So when I actually saw them doing good this year, I was like, whoa, where did this come from? I was super shocked. And then Josh Allen has played pretty well.
That's very surprising.
I was shocked because I actually watched a video on his how he throws the ball and how it looks absolutely uncoordinated. Sorry, Josh. Hopefully you're not watching this, but he is he's played phenomenal this year. So I think Josh Allen actually got them to where they're at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think so. He's done really well. And then on the opposite side of the field, you've got Phillip Rivers, who he's been at the Chargers for a long time, never seemed to be able to quite reach greatness there, but he's always been very good. And it feels to me like the Colts are kind of in the same spot.
Yeah.
So who you got for this game?
I got the Bills.
Yeah.
I'm not super excited about this game, but it is a football game, so I will be watching. But I have the Bills.
Yeah, I think...
I think Philip Rivers is always kind of unpredictable how he plays, too. So...
Yeah, you never know if you're going to get the good Philip Rivers or the not so good one. If you get the good Philip Rivers, even at that, I think the Bills have played outstanding this year. I'm with you on this. I think the Bills take this one.
Well, that's not fun. We're not supposed to...
Well, see, so she wrote down all of her stuff in here, and I don't know if we're going to differ a lot. Now, we might differ.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thing this year in that when we go into the next round, the teams that have the bye, they get the lowest seed, so it's hard to predict who's going to play against who. But we'll talk about the Steelers here in a minute, but I think we might have differences over how good the Steelers are actually this season.
Anyways, that's the last topic. Rams versus Seahawks. I know he probably knows this. My sister knows this. I'm in love with Russell Wilson. For reals.
He's taken.
He is taken, which is fine. She's gorgeous. But I fell in love probably more, not with Russell Wilson. I fell in love with football when Michael Vick was huge. And so, what are you looking at then?
I'm looking at the camera.
When he was big back in the Atlanta Falcon days. I guess he was big in college too. But that is what made me love football. So I love rushing quarterbacks. So definitely want the Seahawks on this one. And,
You want or you think they'll win?
both. Yeah, both.
Okay.
Russell won't let me down. I know that. They're going to win.
I think that the Seahawks are probably going to win this one as well. Sean McVay at the Rams, the coach of the Rams, is very unbelievably good.
You like him.
I do like him. I am not in love with him, but I like him as a coach. And I'm interested to see how this goes. I feel like the Seahawks are very good. They were very good at the beginning of the season, and since mid-season, they've been a little bit hit or miss, I feel like. This one I wouldn't say is a gimme, but I think the Bills are pretty handily going to take care of the Colts, but I think this could end up being a good game. I don't know that Jared Goff is going to be playing.
Isn't it his thumb?
Something's up with his thumb. So if he doesn't play, definitely less of a chance.
I bet he'll play.
But we'll see how it goes. But I also have picked the Seahawks in this game.
Go Seahawks. Okay, Bucks versus the team with no mascot. How did that happen? How did the Washington football team get here?
WFT.
How did they get here? So the NFC East is really, really good. Really good.
Yeah, so good that no team could win in the NFC East.
So, but I do actually like the Washington football team because I like Alex Smith.
It's hard not to like Alex Smith.
Yes.
Especially this year.
Yeah. Did you see what his wife did too?
Well, you sent it to me. You know I saw it.
But I had to
She
say
just
that.
wanted to talk about it.
Surprise. But yeah.
Well, now you have
I'm telling them, but she made his knee brace into a football trophy, and it's so cute.
We'll see if we can put that up on screen, or if not, put it down in the description.
Because it seriously is so cute. But I love Alex Smith, but he's going against Tom Brady.
You know what? I really am torn here because I like Tom Brady. I like Tom Brady's story this year of being at the Buccaneers, trying to prove himself away from Belichick, and I really like the story of Alex Smith and which is absolutely incredible. If you haven't watched the ESPN special about how they repaired his leg, I mean, it looks like a cadaver. Like it was
I closed my
gross.
eyes.
I can't believe that guy can even walk, let alone play football. So I really want to root for him to do well, even though Washington isn't a great football team. They're horrible without him. They're decent with him. And I wish they were playing somebody else other than the Buccaneers so I could cheer for them, because I kind of like the Bucs and I want them to win. I want Washington to win. I really don't think Washington has a chance at this
I don't
game.
think so either. Yeah, I have the Buccaneers. Growing up, the Buccaneers were actually my favorite team when, I just forgot his name, John Gruden was coach.
Oh, yeah.
So my dad also kind of persuaded me to like the Buccaneers. But yeah, so I'm kind of rooting for the Bucs. Childhood team.
Yeah, I've been torn with John Gruden being at the Raiders.
I know you have.
Because I'm a Denver Broncos fan, but I really like John Gruden. And, I mean, it's been good and bad that he's only been marginally successful there, but the Broncos have been terrible. So I feel kind of ripped off that both the Broncos have been bad and John Gruden hasn't been as successful as I thought he might be yet. I think ultimately he'll get there. Yeah.
I think so too. Okay, so those are the Saturday games that I probably like the Sunday games better. So, Sunday games. Baltimore versus Tennessee.
Yeah. This one's a game.
This one's exciting because they've already played. Mm-hmm. The Ravens lost, right? The Ravens lost? Yeah, the Ravens lost.
Sounds right.
Yeah, they. That's not very nice. Okay, yes, I am a Steelers fan, but Lamar Jackson, sorry, Russell Wilson, I know I said I was in love with you. Lamar Jackson actually has my heart.
You have lots of loves.
Yes, but Michael Vick is my favorite person. Sorry.
Wow. That hurts.
So who better in the NFL to like right now than Lamar Jackson?
Yeah, I think he has a similar style,
Similar. He just beat Michael Vick's record last week.
Well, sure.
Yeah. And Michael Vick likes him too. So, of course, I'm going to like him.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the next step of the style that Michael Vick kind of pioneered in the NFL.
Yeah.
And in college, honestly. I mean, I was in high school when Michael Vick was in college, and he was very impressive, very fun to watch.
Which I think Lamar Jackson is super fun to watch. So, I'm hoping this one is actually a super close game because I mean, it should be, and I want it to be. This is actually the game I'm probably most excited for. Maybe the Steelers. But I'm going with the Ravens.
You're going with the Ravens? Are you sure?
I'm sure because I'm choosing Lamar Jackson.
Okay. I think this game really is a toss-up. The Titans are very good. They're coached very well. And I have a hard time seeing the Titans not be ready to play. But also, Baltimore has been very good this last half of the season. They are on fire, and I have a hard time seeing them not just come in just ready to go.
Well, I watched their game last week, and they looked good.
Yeah.
They looked really good.
They were firing on all cylinders. That running game is really good. I also think that the Ravens are going to win, but I really want the Titans too.
Yeah. I was going to say that the Titans defense is just I don't think it's good enough to beat the Ravens. I think you have to force Lamar Jackson to be stay in the pocket and throw, mm-hmm. But I don't think their defense is good enough to do that.
I think you're probably right.
Yes. So,
okay.
I think that the Ravens are coming through with the dub. Bears versus Saints. You can talk first.
Bears versus Saints. This one I think is a little bit boring. I don't think that the Bears have a chance in this game at all, honestly.
No.
I think Drew Brees might be his last season.
I think so too.
And I think that they've played very well since he came back. It was a little sketchy with Taysom Hill at quarterback. I think he's got some work to do, but Taysom Hill is the whatever guy, garbage man, everything man, whatever you want to call him.
You have to call him garbage man, though?
I mean, he just does everything that nobody else does, and he's very good in that role, especially with a Hall of Fame quarterback like Drew Brees. Right. I don't see this being a very good game.
I have the Saints. So, I I don't even really have anything else
That one
to
isn't
say
even-
because it's
I
not
mean,
really
maybe
a
we'll
game.
maybe we'll be surprised and it'll be fun, but I just think it's going to be a snooze fest.
Yeah. So, the Browns Steelers, they played last week. We didn't have all of our starters in. So, they only won by 2. It was an absolutely ugly game. I don't think either team really played good.
No. Well, so first off,
Okay.
because I read the notes. Have you seen the news today? So we're recording this on, what is this, Wednesday night?
Okay.
So
Today's Tuesday.
today's Tuesday? Okay. Tuesday. Who knows what day it is during COVID times.
Okay.
The
news.
Browns, a bunch of their coaches and players are going to be out
sick.
for COVID.
Yeah, I did see.
Yeah. So
He's doubting me.
I don't think
I also, continue.
you also what?
I forgot actually what I was going to say.
Nice.
I did
She
know
has
that
many
though.
points to make though.
I do.
I think the Steelers would have won this game anyway. Last week was not a great game. Steelers tried to win, but I mean Roethlisberger wasn't in. Maybe we can talk about Roethlisberger and his health going into the playoffs, but I think in this game, even the Browns at full health, the Steelers win that game.
I think so too.
And now take out a bunch of coaches and a bunch of players and who knows how many more. I just don't give the Browns a chance. One thing though, the Browns played the Steelers last week and they're all sick. What does that mean for the Steelers?
I know. I haven't heard anything. Have you heard anything? I was a
not
little nervous though. If the game's gonna get canceled.
I don't see them canceling it. I don't think the NFL wants to cancel playoff games, especially.
If they do, I will be furious because the Steelers, the freaking Ravens, screwed everything up for the Steelers.
Yeah.
I didn't get my Thanksgiving Day game. The Ravens didn't get fined. You know what? I take back. The Ravens aren't winning this week.
Oh, you're gonna stamp it down for the Titans?
Yes.
'Kay.
Because I'm still mad about that. I forgot. That was stupid.
Yeah, I think it was really stupid that the Steelers had to suffer for the Ravens' mistakes.
Well, why did the Raiders get fined for the exact same thing and then the Ravens didn't?
Everybody hates the Raiders, so
That could be why. But the Browns haven't been to the playoffs since 2002.
yeah. Were you born then?
I was born in 1996.
Okay.
So yes, I just knew that fact from social media. If
Yeah,
we're being honest.
it's been all over the place, and
That's
it
also
is,
why I didn't want them to win last week because I don't want the Browns. I don't want to play the Browns.
it is appalling
It's fine,
that
though.
the Browns have been so bad for so long. I mean, they had Belichick, and what a disaster
Yeah.
that has been. So good for them for getting back. I just don't see them being very successful in the playoffs against the Steelers.
Yeah.
So, but
Steelers.
one thing that I did want to say is I think the Steelers win this game. I don't think there's any question for all the reasons that we talked about. But going forward, I
You don't see
question.
them getting far.
I don't.
Going forward.
They've been really bad. I mean, not really bad. They've been fine the last half of the season, but Roethlisberger just doesn't look like he's on his A game. And he sat last week. A lot of their starters didn't sit, and
No, not a
Roethlisberger
lot.
did. I think that he'll come into this game feeling great and being great with that week of rest. I just don't know that he has it in him for a whole playoff run. And frankly, even if he did, I just don't think the Steelers are as good as we thought they might be.
presented themselves to be at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to agree with you, but I do.
Yeah. I think that seems pretty clear. Hopefully they surprise us.
I want them to surprise us because I'm sick of being just the TikTok team. I would really like them to be a good football team.
Yeah.
But Juju is another one of my biggest lovers.
Wow.
I was going to say my biggest fan, but that's why, yeah.
Juju, if you're a fan, go ahead and share this video. We could use the subscribers. Thanks.
Thanks, Juju.
What do you think about the other two teams that have a bye, the Packers and the Chiefs?
Oh, I didn't write notes about this one. Spicing it up a little bit.
Put you on the spot. Let's see if you really know what you're talking about, or if you just did your
Andy
research.
Reid. My family loves Andy Reid. So, and I love Patrick Mahomes. Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's hard. Okay.
It's hard to talk football with Brooklyn because she's just in love with every football player. That's not what I mean, though. Like, it's not just their looks. I'm in love with the style of play that they have.
Yeah. Patrick Mahomes is very fun to watch. I like him as a football player. Sometimes it's hard to watch him on TV and listen to the announcers.
I can't listen
because
to
you want
him.
to talk about love. Like the announcers are in love
Yeah, they are.
with Patrick Mahomes. And that is tough. Like they want to crown him, put a ring on him. Well, I mean, he got his ring.
Yeah.
Put a ring on him means something different, I think, than win a Super Bowl. But it's hard to watch that and listen to that week in and week out. We know he's good. We see he's good. He's incredible. And my thoughts are, I don't see anybody beating the Chiefs.
That's where I want the Steelers to be, and I thought the Steelers were at that point, but I would definitely say that the Chiefs are that team.
Yeah, I think I would love to see the Buccaneers maybe give them a shot. I just don't think the Buccaneers are that good. If we see Tom Brady, and I would say Tom Brady has been pretty good this season, and I think Tom Brady's as good as he ever has been. But he's on a new team, new offense, new players. Things aren't quite firing on all cylinders there. They might be the team next year.
Yeah.
They've looked really good the past 2 weeks. Maybe they've put it together. Maybe they give the Chiefs a run for their money if they really are as good as they've shown. I just don't know that they're there yet. And I don't see anybody else
beating the Chiefs
and having the firepower. And honestly, I don't know if the Bucs defense is that good.
Yeah.
For Patrick Mahomes.
PJ.
What about the Packers?
I like Aaron Rodgers, but we are well aware that I don't like quarterbacks that stay in the pocket. So I actually don't know a lot of about the Packers because I haven't been watching the Packers, but I do know that Aaron Rodgers has been playing very well this season.
MVP caliber season. I would say he's probably the front runner for MVP.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
We'll see. Who else would you give it to?
Oh.
Derrick Henry, maybe?
I would like Aaron Rodgers to get it. I like him.
Yeah. I have a hard time with the Packers. I don't know why.
Cheeseheads.
It's
because it's the Cheeseheads.
They have the franchise is an incredible story. How the fans basically own the team.
Yeah.
I mean, people are really dedicated to the Packers. By all accounts, I should really like the Packers. I just never have.
Not even with Brett Favre.
Brett Favre is an interesting person. I mean, besides all this off the field stuff, which nobody wants to talk about, he played football really like a loose cannon, and that frustrated me a bit. It was super exciting to watch, but super frustrating at times too. So I don't know. That could be part of it. I don't really like green and yellow. Maybe that's not my favorite jerseys in the NFL.
No.
But again, classic team.
Yeah, they are.
So I think the Packers are really good. I couldn't really say who comes out of that NFC pile.
I don't know either.
So that'll be interesting. I'm excited. Maybe we'll do another thing and talk about some games coming up.
Yeah.
At least one more before the Super Bowl.
I'm really excited for this weekend. It'll be fun. And then we get to find out who the Chiefs and Packers play. So I think that does it for today.
Yeah.
I think that was really fun and something new and different. I don't know if we'll continue to do it like this in the future, kind of what we said earlier, or if we'll just do a podcast or what. But glad you guys could meet my brother Bronson.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for being on here.
Yeah. I think it was good. It was fun, and maybe next time we'll go into a little more in-depth behind the scenes or talk about some new things that we're working on without spoiling what's coming up. But
Yeah.
we'll see what kind of format we end up on. But for right now, this has been great.
Yeah. If you guys do want to see stuff, please comment below. We would love to hear your guys' ideas. And then, as always, like and subscribe, please. And you can hit the alert button, too, to get notifications for when we post. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Absolutely. See ya.